Hey everybody, welcome back. Another tease. This is my second, tease. And the good people at Tease Guitars, my buddy Torsten over there, was kind enough to send me this guitar. Now, full disclaimer, he sent me this guitar, but I'm not getting paid for this video. So this is going to be a completely, as all my videos, unbiased video of this guitar. What I like about it and some things I think that might need improvement or issues, for that case, if I found any. But in any event, let's talk about this. So, Tease, as you know, is a budget-friendly guitar company that has been making Strat-style and T-style or Tele-style guitars for a while now, going on 2 years. And they do a very, very good job of making sure that these instruments are in ship-shop shape before they ship. That's a tough one to say without stuttering. But Torsten is maniacal about making sure the consumer is happy with the product, and will do anything possible to make sure that the buying experience is a good one, which is extremely unusual these days. And you can go across the board. I mean, I deal with plumbers. I deal with tree cutters having my home. I deal with everybody in every industry imaginable. And one of the things that is a big issue today is accountability and respect for the buyer. Seems to not exist. It's really, really refreshing to deal with a company like Tease. But in any event, let's talk about the guitar. So, this model, as you can see right here, is the SBH-HD. Okay, and what it is a T-style guitar. And I'm going to go through the specs now for you so you understand what makes up this thing. So, Alnico pickups, number one. These are Alnico 5s. And this is a little bit different than your traditional Tele in that it has this humbucker pickup at the bridge. And I'm just confirming that this is also an Alnico 5, which it is. So you have this blade pickup, which is a humbucker effectively in the shape of or size of a single coil in the bridge. And you have your traditional single coil, which looks like a lipstick, but it's not a lipstick, at the neck. So it looks like a regular traditional Tele, but it is a bit souped up in that it has this blade humbucker in the bridge. Now, full disclosure, if you are a traditionalist, purist, and are looking for that single coil Tele twang, this might not be for you, or it still might be for you. But if you're looking for a more versatile instrument where you can still get the single coil sounds from the neck and playing around with the pickup configurations and amp settings on this guitar, you now have a guitar that can probably do it all in terms of, if you're out touring or playing on stage and you need something that's going to give you a lot more, metal-y sound or rock sound, this guitar may fit that bill. Also, the color of it I absolutely love. This purple burst. Now, it comes in 3 colors. It comes in this purple burst, a teal burst, and a silver burst. There is no belly carve on the guitar, as you can see. It's your traditional flat back Tele body style. There's the neck plate. It has ferrules on the back, as you can see. So it is a string through body, and the ferrules, I may add, are all even and very well done, very neatly done, which is, again, for a guitar at this price point, very unusual that you have that attention to detail where you don't have ferrules that are a little uneven and choppy looking. This is done beautifully. The finishing of this guitar is absolutely top-notch. And I'm going to talk about the price before I forget. So this is $249.95. That is the price. I'll get back to that in a minute. let's talk about what else we have here. It has a Switchcraft style switch on the guitar. It's a three-way, typical Tele style switch. One volume, one tone. There are no push-pulls on this guitar. 6-saddle bridge. It comes with 10 to 46 strings. And that's another thing. These are not rusted, crappy strings. These guitar strings do not need to be changed. They are good strings, which is also unusual when you get shipped a budget guitar or a budget-friendly guitar. 22 medium jumbo frets. Has a maple fretboard. The maple fretboard is laid over the maple neck. So it's not a one-piece fretboard neck. It's two pieces. You have the fretboard laid on top of the maple neck. It has a bone nut, which is also a nice upgraded feature on this guitar. The other thing that Torsten did is put on locking tuners now, which is a tremendous upgrade in my opinion. And these are Tease's own locking tuners, and they are great. I'm not sure who he's using for them, but these tuners are really, really solid locking tuners. There is absolutely no need to upgrade these or replace them. The tuning stability on this guitar is fantastic. What else? Wider neck plate for stability. The Silver Burst, according to my notes here, has the belly carve on the back. That's the only one out of the three colors. And Torsten, if that's not correct, please correct me, but I believe that's the case. These are normally $399, so they're around the price of the Classic Vibe, but they have an introductory price going on now of $249.95 free shipping. It does also come with a gig bag, and that I don't want to forget to show you. It's right here. So here is the gig bag. It has Tease stitched on the bag. Again, this is perfect for, moving the guitar and transport of the guitar. The fact that it ships with a gig bag is a beautiful thing. A lot of guitar companies need to do more of that, in my opinion. The headstock. You got a matching headstock on this guitar. So you could see the nice purple burst color of the guitar. Purple on the headstock as well. I like the Tease logo and the shiny SBH-HD model on the headstock as well. What else? Let's see here. The neck. Tease has added a 1/4 inch on the necks of their Teles and Strats. So you'll find with the new models that they're a bit more oomph to the neck. Girth, whatever you want to call it. I like the feel of the neck. The neck is absolutely comfortable to the hand. It is not too thick and certainly not too thin. I think they're spot on with the feel of the neck. It is extremely comfortable. I have, again, no issues with the neck. These are stainless steel frets on this guitar, and they're rounded. I don't know how well you can see that, but these frets are impeccable. There's not a sharp end or edge on the frets of this guitar, so they're extremely comfortable to the hand. It's one of the nicest necks that I have on my guitars, to be honest with you. It's extremely comfortable. What else? So let's play it a little bit. I think I've talked about it enough at this point. I'll give you what the guitar sounds like with the various pickup positions. So right now we are at the neck pickup on this guitar, which is this lipstick looking pickup. And now the middle position, which is the neck and the blade bridge. And finally, just the blade, just the humbucker in the bridge. So you can hear it's a little more, has a little more volume and is a little more snappy in terms of that pickup. We'll play some single notes in all the positions just so you can hear the guitar. And now we'll put some distortion on. Wow. I'm going to lower that. Middle position. And now the humbucker. Now we'll play some single notes. So, I really like this guitar. Now, again, guys, Tease makes guitar-friendly budget instruments or budget-friendly guitars, right? I am, as you know, this channel caters to people like myself who are home hobbyists, novices, people that don't play out, people that play guitar but don't want to go spend a boatload of money to get a boutique guitar that's not going to make me sound any better. So I want a guitar that's good enough for me to enjoy and play without getting frustrated, yet not breaking the bank. And that's exactly what this model does and fits the bill. Now, if you're somebody with significantly more talent than me and plays out and records, this guitar will also suit you just fine. But if you are in my category here, where you're, again, a hobbyist and just playing mostly for enjoyment, this is more than sufficient. And what I'm amazed with, and I'm going to talk about some of the pros and cons of this guitar in a second, but let's talk about where this thing fits in the market, right? So you've got Squier Affinity Teles. They go for $249.99. Right now, this is on special for that same price, right? $249.95, a couple of cents less. But it comes with a gig bag, right? It also comes with locking tuners, right? 18-to-1 gear ratio locking tuners, which the Affinity does not. It comes with cheap, import sealed tuners on the guitar. This has full body thickness on this guitar. So from a modding standpoint, that's very important, right? Full body thickness. The Affinities have, I believe, a slightly smaller body, and I don't have the exact dimensions off the top of my head, but they do not have the standard body thickness of a normal Telecaster. It's routed in here with a lot of real estate to mod this thing, if need be. The nut is bone on this guitar, whereas on the Affinity models, you get a plastic nut. It's 8 pounds, by the way. That's what the guitar weighs. So, there are a lot of benefits, to this guitar. Rounded fret ends and stainless steel frets. You're not going to find that on an Infinity either. So, although the price may appear the same or similar, you're getting many, many more capabilities and features on this guitar versus a Squier Affinity, right? And the Squier Sonics, which replaced the Bullets, are not even in this league. Believe me, I played enough of them. They're a little bit less, like about a $50 less price than this, but they're way, way lower quality than this guitar. Matching headstock is also another, feature on this thing, right? That is nice that the others don't have. Now, the usual suspects, and I've played a bunch of them on Amazon, as you guys know from this channel. Gear IT or Gear It, Monoprice, the Indio Teles, the Groats, the Donners, the Stags, the Bad Cats, the Zuai / Starshine. You can go through the whole list, and you can probably see these video reviews on my channel. They're not in this league. This, I am not going to go say, to be honest with you, that it's as good as boutique Telecasters, which it's, I can't make that statement, and I, haven't played enough of them, honestly, to compare this to. But for a budget Tele, this is pretty much as good as you're going to get. I'm very impressed. And what I'm going to do at some point is come back with another video where I'll compare this to the 40th anniversary Squier, which is the next step up. And that's, around the $400 guitar from Squier. And I'll see how that thing compares head on with this and give you my honest opinion. But, yeah, guys, if you're looking for a budget Telecaster and do not want to break the bank and want something that's extremely good quality, give this guy a chance, because Torsten will take care of you and will answer your questions, and you'll be treated like you're dealing with a high-end guitar at a very reasonable price. Now, again, I mentioned to you before, I'm not being paid for this video, so I'm going to give you my final thoughts and opinions on this guitar, the pros that I come up with and the cons. The pros, clearly the tuners, one of the stars of the guitar, right? The locking tuners are an excellent add-on to this guitar. They are very, very good tuners that Tease is using on this, the 18:1 gear ratio. The pickups are fine. Again, I'm not a touring musician, as you well know. I play for my own enjoyment, but I've played enough of these budget guitars to know crap when it ships, and decent, pickups, decent quality stock pickups. These are definitely decent quality stock pickups. I don't see any reason for you to have to change these out. However, there are always people that want certain sounds and going after certain chasing tone, as they say, and may want to replace them. But if you are playing casually or even out like a church band or local band, I don't see any reason to have to change these Alnico 5s. They sound really good. The finishing, the body finishing, impeccable. This thing came with no neck cracks, with a lot of the budget Squiers have at the base of the neck. Cracks in the finishing on the paint. None. Pristine. The neck is seated perfectly. There's no gap where you can stick a business card through, like a lot of these import guitars have. I didn't mention it before. It's a knit, but it comes with a 3-ply pickguard, right? You have your black, white, black pickguard on here. The bridge. It doesn't look like a cheap pot metal bridge. It's a pretty well-made, well set in, 6-saddle bridge on the guitar. The tuners, the pots. That's probably where companies save money, in all honesty. These are okay. They work. I don't have any issues with them. Are they top end? Probably not. It can't be at this price point. I mentioned that the frets are rounded and they're stainless steel. That's a fantastic, benefit and pro, in my opinion. Playability and sound out of the box, great. I mean, I don't know how they... In fact, the funny thing is, I went to Torsten and asked him, if these things are professionally set up before they're sent out, right? And he was honest, as he always is, and says, no, they're not. They're shipped from the factory. Our guys, their guitar techs look at them, make sure that there's no, outstanding issues going on, and may, lower the action a bit and tighten things or whatever. But there's no full setup going on. I was amazed because out of the box, there's not much, if anything, I have to do with this guitar. The string height was set perfect. There's no buzzing. There's no intonation issues. The frets are smooth. I don't need to file or sand anything like I normally have to do. The tuners are great. So, I mean, the playability and sound of this guitar is really, really good right out of the box. You're set to go. You're good to go. And the bone nut I mentioned before. Those are all positives. Now, cons. I can't think of many, I'll be honest with you. With this price point and this guitar and the shape that it's in, I really can't think of many. I'm going to nitpick and pick out a couple, though. The headstock. Not one of my favorites on a Tele. It's a great-looking headstock if you have a Strat-style guitar, in my opinion. One of the best. But on a Tele, it looks to me like a Strat headstock on a Telecaster. And again, it might be just a nit. And there are certain Tele models that have this, right? That Fender puts out. But again, my preference would be something a little different. I know they can't approach, copyright issues, but something a little different, maybe smaller than this on the Tele style. The fretboard. This is a maple fretboard. It's a bit dry. It's a bit gritty. You probably can't see it or notice it. But yeah, it is a bit dry or a bit gritty, and I can attend to that without much issues, right? And the last one, it's a personal taste thing, but I like a belly carve on the newer Teles because I've got a belly, right? No, it's more comfortable personally for me playing sitting down or whatever. The silver model I know has one. The purple and the blue don't. The teal don't. Maybe in future releases they'll all have belly carves, but maybe there are some that are purists that like the Tele with the flat back and no belly carve. That could be as well. For me personally, I like a belly carve on a Tele. That's it, guys, in terms of cons. So, it's a winner, right? It's a winner. It certainly gets my stamp of approval. You're not going to find too many, if any, guitars for less than $250, $249 that are made with this quality and have these components on it and playability. Hats off to Torsten over at Tease. Guys, if you have any questions, please, put them in the comments as you always do. The nice thing, one last thing that in closing about this company is if you do buy one of these and have an issue, Torsten personally responds to these things through email. He'll even get on the phone if need be and resolve something. So you're going to get support like you're typically not used to. I think I mentioned that earlier. That's another positive. So in any event, any questions, put them below. If you like these videos, guys, please subscribe. And as always, until the next time, be well and stay safe. Take care.